Hey everyone, welcome to the House Skills channel. Today we're talking about some tips for oral communication and impulse control. Have you ever felt your impulse control tested during oral communication? This could be during virtual or in-person meetings, or even during conversations with family and friends. If so, this video could be helpful for you. Today, we're going to explore some tips for oral communication and impulse control. These strategies can help you to develop skills around controlling your communication-related impulses, and in turn, improve your overall listening skills, helping to sustain attention and share and absorb content in a more productive way. For example, in virtual meetings, one may struggle to avoid blurting and may interject at inappropriate or inopportune times. To avoid this, use the raise your hand feature so the speaker can cue you in for the appropriate time for interjection or thought sharing. Let's go through some tips for controlling your communication related impulses. One we've already mentioned is raise your hand. Use the raise your hand feature on your video platform during virtual meetings in order to prevent blurting, and wait for the speaker to cue you in for an appropriate time for interjection or thought sharing. Script your thoughts. If you are feeling the impulse to share your thoughts, but it's not the right time, consider leveraging your written communication skills and script what you would say in a document or a notebook instead. This can be used in virtual meetings as well as in-person conversations to ensure that you stay engaged while getting your own ideas out of your head. Ask questions in the chat. During virtual meetings, if the conversation does not allow space to interject, consider leveraging your written communication skills and asking questions or sharing ideas in the chat. 6 seconds of wait time. The 6-second rule is simple yet powerful. When a question is asked or you feel the urge to immediately speak, wait 6 seconds to give other individuals time to process the information. Oftentimes, silent reflection will counteract the need to impulsively speak. Mute yourself. In virtual meetings, staying on mute unless you are the speaker will create a second line of defense in preventing impulsive oral communication. Before speaking, you must add the additional click of unmuting, which often controls the impulse to speak, as well as an additional second to think through your thoughts. Live feedback. If you struggle with oversharing or even speaking too much in meetings, consider asking a trusted colleague or friend to share feedback. You may wish to develop shared mechanisms such as a side chat or even a nose touch to signal that you may be oversharing. My 2 cents. Consider at the start of a meeting or conversation getting 2 physical pennies or more as your 2 cents. Use these pennies as a reminder of how much airtime you should use and that you may only have 2 pennies to spend. Now, let's see how this works in real life. Let's talk about how I can use live feedback in a dinner conversation with my group of friends. I know that I tend to interject maybe a bit too much, especially when I relate to a story. So I came up with a shared mechanism with my best friend to send me the text warning if I'm not allowing others enough space to speak. During the dinner, my friend texts me, warning, and it reminds me to ensure everyone is getting the chance to speak. All right, to recap our top 3 takeaways. 1, our impulse control is often tested during oral communication, specifically in virtual or in-person meetings or conversations when we are wanting to share. 2, we can use strategies like raise your hand and mute yourself in virtual conversations. 3, strategies like 6 seconds of wait time and live feedback can be used in both virtual and in-person conversations. If impulse control in oral conversations is a challenge for you, choose one of the strategies we discussed today and make a plan to test it out. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more helpful content. Excited to connect next time.